All right, happy Monday, October 30th. This is Galatians 2:20 for a reason. Galatians 2, verse 20, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. You see, last week it was to live is Christ, to die is gain. I chose this verse to follow that. I actually rearranged the order of Grudem's verses to memorize because I wanted last week's verse and this verse to go back to back. You see, this verse says, I have been crucified with Christ. See, what Paul is saying is, I am dead to myself. Now, of course, he has a life. I think Paul has friends. But guess what? He makes his life and even his friendships revolve around Jesus. You see, on the road to Damascus, when Paul was confronted by Jesus, that confrontation changed the old Saul into the new Paul. His pursuits, his plan, everything about his life changed with Jesus. You see, maybe you're like me. I got saved at a young age, and so as a kid, I had not lived all of these grand pursuits of adult life. But as a kid, I became intimately aware that I had received Jesus, that I had trusted Jesus for salvation. And yet, even in my life from 8 years old on, I know there was a struggle with what the world wanted of me, with what Satan tried to entice me to. And even to this day, there is a struggle. The fight exists. And yet Jesus is the one who said to follow him, we have to crucify ourselves daily. Take up our cross. Well, there you go. Let's grab that cross today and have a great day. Galatians 2:20, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. See you tomorrow.